Can I remove or expunge a lis pendens? A lis pendens, Latin for pending suit, is nothing more than an official public notice that a lawsuit is pending involving the ownership of a piece of real property. The notice effectively prevents real estate from being sold to a bona fide purchaser or encumbered with a bona fide lender, because the lis pendens serves as a warning to potential buyers or lenders that the person with whom they're dealing may not have good or clean legal title to the property. All too often, however, lis pendens are recorded improperly, and in these cases, the property owner may be able to remove or expunge the lis pendens and recover attorney's fees and costs if that improper lis pendens is not removed voluntarily upon demand. If you have any questions, schedule a free consultation on our website at rmolawyers.com. What does expunging, removing, or canceling a lis pendens really mean? Under California law, a lis pendens can be removed through a process known as expungement. When the owner of real property believes a lis pendens has been improperly recorded against their property, they can file a motion to expunge the notice of pendency of action. If the motion is successful, the lis pendens will be removed and released, and the court will award reasonable legal fees and costs associated with having to pursue that motion to expunge. Expungements are primarily granted for one of two reasons. First, a lis pendens can be expunged if the judge determines that the legal action does not affect title. For example, a personal injury lawsuit against the property owner would not be a proper cause of action for a lis pendens, because even if the plaintiff wins, they're going to get money damages. That doesn't necessarily touch on the title to the defendant's property. Another basis for expungement is that although the lawsuit involves ownership of the property, insufficient evidence exists to prove that the party that filed the lis pendens has a reasonable chance of winning. If the judge determines that there's not enough proof that the lawsuit is likely to be successful, the lis pendens might be expunged. Separate and apart from these two reasons, sometimes a court will expunge a lis pendens if the legal procedures that are required to be followed were not. The process of recording and serving a lis pendens is fraught with potential traps, and anyone considering a lis pendens would be best served to consult an experienced lis pendens attorney to ensure those procedures are followed. Otherwise, your lis pendens may be expunged, and you may have to pay the other side's attorney's fees and costs for that expungement. What does a lis pendens do? A lis pendens, also known as a notice of pendency of action, is a written document that gives notice of a pending lawsuit that may impact title to real estate. The party bringing the lawsuit must record the lis pendens in the county recorder's office where the property is located. In order to be legally valid, the notice must include the names of all parties involved in the case and a description of the property at issue. How long is a lis pendens valid? There's no specific time frame for how long a lis pendens will last. Rather, a lis pendens is valid until it's expunged or the underlying case is resolved. If it's not expunged, then the lis pendens most often is removed as part of a settlement agreement. However, if the case doesn't settle, then the lis pendens is going to remain in effect until the legal action is over, including after any potential appeals. When should I contact a lis pendens attorney? Lis pendens can be employed in a variety of legal contexts. When it comes to probate litigation, which is what we do, it's most commonly used when a pending will or trust contest calls into question who has ownership and control over a piece of real property. For example, if a trust has been amended to name a different trustee to manage or different beneficiaries to receive a property, then a lis pendens will serve to secure the property pending a determination on that contest. In these situations, you should contact a probate litigation attorney as soon as possible to discuss your options. You should not record a lis pendens without first consulting with an experienced lis pendens lawyer, as the strict requirements under the law must be met to avoid expungement of your lis pendens. In most instances, a lis pendens is required on short notice because a property is listed for sale or a wrongdoer is seeking to take equity out of the property. In these cases, time is of the essence. Have questions? Visit our website, schedule a free consultation. At RMO, we protect you and your family's legacy. Thanks for watching.